Going, and we are live. Hey everybody, welcome to the Ultimate Freedom webinar. This is Diane. I'm doing a commercial for Schweppes Seltzer, I guess. I'm thirsty. And Bob, because I'm drinking seltzer, there's a good chance I will burp loudly before the webinar is over. I know you all were hoping for that, and so on and so forth. I don't know if Bert is with us or on the road. I clicked his button. He may be unable to speak, but Bert, if you're here, we'd love to see you. My name's Diane Hockman, by the way, if we haven't met before. I know we have a crowd that comes down every week, but I had somebody today, Bob, just realized that I do a webinar every single week in conjunction with My Lead System Pro. They were like, I never knew. I've been doing it for a long time. So welcome. This is Dr. Bob Clark.
Hey, guys.
Hey, I was looking for a couple other people. If you're L1 or above and want to come over, we're going to actually do an in and out kind of short one today because I got some stuff going on. But I'd love to have a couple other people here. And Bob, I'm glad you're here today because you are a prime example, a living, walking, talking, breathing example of what we're going to talk about today. I saw Tracy and Dustin. I tried to click the button. If either one of you guys want to come out, shout at me at the chat. I'd love to have you guys come over. Mostly I want to see the baby. Angus, do you want to come over? I'm going to just click buttons. Guys, if I click your button, if you are an L1 or above, and I click the button and you get a little pop-up, if you don't want to come on, you're not obligated to. Don't feel, like you need to. It's no big deal if you're indisposed, like Angus might be indisposed. I don't know, Bob. I know he's hanging with Debbie. Let's see who else is here. Who else is here? What's up, guys? I'm not looking at the chat. What's up, everybody? I missed you last week. Was there a webinar last week while I was away? And if so, who did it? Tell me the news.
I wasn't on it, but I heard that Angela did it.
Oh, good, excellent. That makes me feel good. Now we were. Okay,
Brian
who is
McDaniel's
that?
here too.
There's Angus. Angus, you're wandering around the mall.
I'm fine.
Where are you?
Well, he's in Debbie's. He looks like he's in Debbie's.
Debbie's going to be on in a few minutes.
He's in the torture chamber. Wonderful, everybody. Angus McGinnon he's not in Scotland today. He's not in Edinburgh. He is in London.
It's weird that I recognize.
He's been enjoying scones. Angus, they had tea time on the ship, and every day we had scones, and we had jam and whatchamacallit, what's the cream? Whatever you call it, and it was wonderful, and berries. So I thought of you. I actually toasted you. Ask Larry. I toasted you and Debbie and Lynn most days at tea time. So not every day.
I'm touched.
You should be touched.
It's
Beautiful
weird
thing.
that I
I'm devastated. A whole bunch of MLSP folks are getting together, and she chokes to death in London on Friday. So Angus, I charge you with giving everybody a hug for me.
Okay. And a pinch.
No, you're the only one that gets a pinch, honey dear.
Okay.
You get the pinch because you're naughty. Everybody else just gets a hug. So let's see. Why does it say chat is disabled?
I see it.
Turned it on.
Now it is disabled. Now it is.
Wait, I just clicked the button to. I'm trying to re-enable it.
There we go.
Oh, there it is.
It's so clever.
Diane,
Brian asked about bacon. Today, Bob told me that that in his garden they didn't think they had cucumbers this year, but they do have one stray accidental cucumber, and I asked him how the bacon plants were growing.
Oh.
Apparently, the bacon plants don't grow in Jersey. So
I love that. The accidental cucumber. I love that.
It should be the name of a band, don't you think? The Accidental
Exactly.
Cucumber. It's like not a heavy metal, like a punk band. Accidental Cucumbers. Oh.
I can see Jillian liking that band, right?
All right. So, guys, I have a great, awesome, spectacular. There's Angela. You did it, Angela. Thank you. I'm gonna see if Angela's come over. Thank you, Angela. You rock. What did she talk about? I want to know. Was she good? Guys, give me the reviews on Angela. Of course she was good. I'm only kidding. She's off the hook.
Uh-oh. We lost Bert.
Yeah, I think Bert's on the road again. Bert's being a trucker this week with a cool mustache. All right, so let's get down to business, guys. I'm going to pull over a couple people if anybody's available. We will look at Debbie's torture chamber. For those of wait, let me see. Wait.
It's gone away.
Is it away? I missed the kitty. Oh wait, there she is. There she is. I didn't get to know that one when I was there. Hi, Debbie. Hello. We're going to be an England-dominated call in about a minute.
Yeah.
Here they come. The English conquerors. Hello, Angela.
Hi.
Angela, what city are you in? I forget.
Cambridge.
Cambridge. I should know that. That's easy. We have a Cambridge here in Boston. So
Yeah, I lived in it.
guys, today
Funnily.
I want to keep it light because I'm making my way back in. For those of you that don't know, I went on a cruise to Bermuda last week, which is awesome. I got tootled about the history of Bermuda and England, by the way, by several people. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So it was very cool, actually. And so this week, I want to keep it a little light. I'm not going to do anything too heavy. But I came across a great quote that Ray Higdon put on Facebook a couple weeks ago, and I've wanted to talk about it since then. So the topic today is posture, how to get it, and how to use it in your business to sell more, recruit more, and make more money. That's the topic, and we're going to kind of have a free-for-all with some discussion with the guys that are over here. You know, I want to talk about your experiences, but I want to read you guys this quote because I think it's just it's exactly dead on. And again, this is from Ray Higdon. Posture is knowing what you have without the need for outside approval. I'm going to read it again so you guys can jot it down. Posture is knowing what you have without the need for outside approval. Okay. Now, a lot of people, and guys in the chat, feel free to put in, what did you think posture was? Because a lot of people think posture is walking around like you know it all, or posture is, you know, kind of behaving like you're stronger or more important than someone else. You two are having fun over there, aren't you? I see you giggling. What's going on?
She's
I'm saying the
sitting well.
Vogue posture. Vogue.
Oh, you're voguing? Oh, you're posturing. We were voguing on this ship, actually. A lot of people think posture is something almost kind of negative. Posture is a little cocky. You know, do you guys use that term in England? Cocky?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay. Posture. Who else do we have in Europe here? Mark, are you in Europe now or in Mexico? Where are you, Mark? I see you on the thing. I don't know where you are, but in the world these days. But you know, people think posture is something that they can't have or that only certain people have, and a lot of people have a negative connotation to the term. But when you think about it, posture is knowing what you have without the need of outside approval. Now, for me, a lot of you guys have trained with me, and you know, I call it having the cookie, right? I've got the cookie. I know I've got the cookie. Guys, I've been working from home for 15 years. I have brought up my children, been home with them, made great money, traveled all over, got to even go to England and Scotland to visit these two kooky people. You know, I'm planning a trip to Thailand now, believe it or not, for business. So I've gotten to meet the most magnificent people. I've gotten to live a great lifestyle. Do I own a yacht or a mansion or a Lamborghini yet? No. Might I ever? I don't know. They don't do too much for me. I like to travel and spend my money on other things. Like Bob, you know, like what Rosemary likes to do. Enough said. So I spend my money on other things and so on. Is inside joke. But I know that I've got the cookie. Okay. Now here's the thing that's interesting about cookies. Bob, what's your favorite kind of cookie?
Chocolate chip.
I knew he'd say that. What's you guys, Debbie and Angus? What kind of cookies you like?
Double chocolate chip.
Double chocolate chip. Angus, what about you, our sweets king?
It depends. I would eat them all, probably.
Yeah.
It depends on what kind of mood he's in. Angela, what's your favorite kind of cookie?
I like the ones with shortbread on the bottom and then caramel and then chocolate.
Ooh.
Well,
those
I can't resist them.
Millionaire's shortbread.
Well, I'm a shortbread fan myself, but I have to tell you, my favorite cookie is white chocolate macadamia nut, which is a little different, right? A lot of people are like, I don't know. Point is that not everybody likes the same kind of cookie. And if I have my cookie, right, my cookie, right, if I got my cookie and I offer it to perhaps Angela, and Angela's allergic to macadamia nuts, is that a good cookie for her?
No.
No. And yet, I don't feel bad that Angela doesn't want the cookie that I have, and I certainly don't stop eating my cookies. Okay? A lot of people, and I'm making weird analogies, just bear with me for a minute. A lot of people go out and find the thing that they love, that they want to market, that they want to do. Okay? And then what they do is they go out and they talk to people about it. They get all jacked up and they go out and they talk to people about it. And when somebody that they talk to about it perceives that they're not sure or that they want approval, when that person knocks it, now they start to question their cookie. Well, maybe white chocolate macadamia nut isn't my favorite cookie. Maybe I should eat the chocolate chip cookies like Bob eats. You know, they're not my favorite, and I really like nuts in my cookies, and I'm not a big chocolate fan, but maybe I should eat the ones that Bob eats because Bob says that his cookies are better. Or worse, what if somebody says your cookie is stupid or your cookie is a scam? Your cookie's no good. Your cookie will never work. So posture is about first becoming solid and knowing what you have. So I'm going to do a commercial for a minute because I can't help but do a commercial. You know, this webinar is put together by My Lead System Pro, and I know some of you guys are members. You know, do the wave if you're a member. All of you guys do the wave. Come on, do the wave for me. All right, good. See, I knew the two in the middle would participate. Bob's like, I don't know about this. Angela's like, I don't know about this. But these two in the middle, you're monkey in the middle today, guys. If you're a member, I hope you know what you have. And if you don't, I want to talk about what you have for a minute because I want to make sure you really and truly understand where you are. But if you're visiting today, you can get a trial to My Lead System Pro at mlsp.com. MLSP. We'll put it in the chat in a minute. And one of you guys put it in the chat for me, if you would. Whenever I'm running webinars, my chat slows down. I don't know why. But mlsp.com, and we have two different levels of membership for, you know, depending on what your business model is and what you're working on. So we have something to fit everybody in different price points. But My Lead System Pro gives you all the marketing training you need in order to become a professional marketer. They give you all the tools you need to become a professional marketer. They give you all the support and community that you need, including trainings. We have trainings Monday through, do we have one on Thursday? Why do I think there's one on Thursday? There's specialty ones, the special coaching ones usually on Thursday. Yeah. So we have training, everything from the very beginner, brand new person, never done any of this, right up to very, very, very advanced training. We have a large community that's available 24 hours a day around the world. As I said, this particular webinar is UK dominated because there's 3 of them and 2 of us, Bob. Just saying. They might take over.
And they got double nuts over there. Yeah.
I think I need to find another American. Bert, where are you when I need you?
Get Brian over here. Brian.
Although I got to, is Brian on?
Yeah, he's here.
Let me get Brian. Let's see if he's free. You know, he may be whatever. Let me see if I can find Brian here. So when somebody says to me, well, that costs too much, or I use XYZ, or that doesn't work, I tried it in 2008, or any of the things that people might say to me, see, I don't need their approval because I know what I've got. I make over 6 figures a year right here alone at My Lead System Pro. There are several of us that do. By the way, am I promising you that income? Am I making an income claim? Am I telling you that this is going to happen for you? Absolutely not. It is possible for you with the proper effort, with the proper training, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm a 15-year veteran, so I want to be clear that, you know, what the circumstances of all of this are. But the opportunity here alone to learn how to generate leads for whatever you're recruiting into, to learn how to become a professional marketer, to joint venture. When you move up to the top levels of My Lead System Pro, you actually can do product launches and things together with My Lead System Pro, and I'll tell you about one of those coming up in a minute. So when I say I've got the cookie, okay, I've got the cookie. And all of you, hi, Bri.
Hello, how are you?
It's so good to see you. Okay, now we're even, Americans and Brits. Okay. And well, he's not a Brit, he's a Scot. But you know what I mean, those people over there. So I feel better now.
Still a Scot, still British at the moment.
Oh, it is? Okay, I don't know how it works. I don't want to say the wrong thing, because I know it's touchy in some things. Y'all will educate me more. I'm coming back. Lynn wrote me this morning, Debbie. She's like, I need a date. She's like, you don't mess with Lynn Driscoll. When she tells you you're coming, you're coming.
Exactly.
He's gonna like voodoo me and make me come. I'll be like, England, must go to England.
Absolutely.
I
Yeah.
want to go to Tennessee. Forget about England. Come on. So anyway, so I'm just using an example of something that we all have in common here at My Lead System Pro, but without mentioning names of programs. Okay, I don't want you to mention the name of a program, but I want you to write in the chat, why do you have the cookie? What do you have? Don't mention the name of a company, but I want you to start to really work on your posture. Starts with belief. And there's 4 beliefs that you have to work on. We'll jot these down, and then I'm largely done with the lesson for today. I know it sounds so simple, but posture will jump you to the head of the line. You can do more with posture. You could know nothing about the internet, nothing about anything, but if you have posture, people will follow you. People follow people who are going. People follow people who are going. People follow people who have posture. So lack of posture, no matter how sophisticated technology-wise you are, will not yield you. Of course, having just posture and never studying marketing and learning how to get your message out will not do it for you either. You have to have both oars in the water. But there's 4 beliefs that you have to work on. Let's see if I can remember these and say them right. I know what I mean, but I may not come out of my mouth right. The first belief is in your product. Okay, whatever product you're marketing. Okay, or products, product line. Okay, in my case, I sell products. So I only pick products that I know, that I use, I've had good results with, and that I believe in. So I believe in my product or products. Okay. The next thing you have to believe in is the company or programs that you're representing. Okay, and for some of you, the company that you're representing is you, and I hope you believe. You know, I hope you feel good about that. You know, I hope you know that you're good. Okay. But some of you guys are representing a multi-level marketing company right here. Many of us represent My Lead System Pro. You have to believe in the product, and you have to believe in the company. You know, the philosophy of the company, the ethics of the company. If you don't believe in the company that you're representing, even yourself, if you're the company, you're going to struggle. You're not going to have that posture. Okay. The third thing that you need to believe in is this industry. Right now, and you'll hear about it tomorrow night. Guys, tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern, Mark Harbert and the Funky Bunch, Mark, I love Mark, is going to be coming out, and he's going to be talking about several things, because Mark is a marketing lead generation expert. He has a great amount of expertise in video marketing. And this week, we've seen, some dive bombing on our industry on YouTube. I don't know if you guys have heard all the controversy, but some people are mass attacking. I'm calling them internet terrorists. Are mass attacking, right? Aren't they? Isn't it? That's what they're doing. They're terrorists. Because you don't really know who they are. You don't really know exactly who they're targeting. They're just launching bombs at our industry, and they're getting YouTube channels shut down and videos blocked and videos limited and all kinds of stuff. So Mark's going to come out and he's going to address that tomorrow night. So I think y'all should be there to hear about that. We'll put that link in a second. So y'all want to hear about that. And also Mark's going to be sharing some training and some other good things. So you have to believe in your product. You have to believe in your program, the company you're representing, or companies. It depends on your business model if you're an affiliate marketer. Okay? You have to believe in the industry. Okay? I believe in this industry. I am a product of this industry. I am here today because of this industry. 15 years later, I fight for this industry because I believe in it. If you're newer, you may not have that belief. You got to work on it. And then the last thing and the hardest one is believing in yourself. Okay, believing in yourself and believing that this is possible for you. So when you have those 4 beliefs, my mentor called it 10 feet tall and bulletproof. Okay, rock solid. Nobody can knock you down. There is nobody. And you could take Ray Higdon, Michelle Pescasolito, Mark Harbert, me, Frank Marino. You know, I could run through all the leaders, Angela Hardy. Nobody can knock us down. You can ding us, you can poke us, you can shut down our YouTube channel, you can throw names at us, you can call us stuff. You can't get us. We have like armor around us. You can tell me it's a scam, you can tell me it's a pyramid, you can tell me it doesn't work. Do you know to this day people tell me it doesn't work? It's really funny. It's like really funny. It's like I'm sitting there with them, and we're talking about some things, and I'm showing them some results I've had in the past and things that have happened for me, and pictures and whatever. And then they go, "Oh, that doesn't work." And I'm like, "Oh, it doesn't. Okay, let me send back all the money they've given me. Let me quick tell everybody, don't send me any more money, and let me go quick get a job because it clearly doesn't work." So if you have a question mark in your head. Okay, I say they have question. I can always, when I meet someone, I always know they have a question mark. One day I'm going to draw one on my head. Me and Bert and Brian and Bob, we're going to draw question marks on our forehead. You can tell someone from a mile away when they're not sure because they have this question mark, right? So posture. How do you get it? You work on those 4 beliefs. You work on them every day. Okay, how do you work on them? One, you look at product results. What kind of results people have had with their products? Just any of you guys shout out, what kind of results have you had with MLSP? Name one thing, really quick. Not a paragraph, but like a sentence. Name one result you've had.
Major credibility.
Yep, so Brian has used this platform to create major credibility for himself and his business. Name another one, real quick, one sentence.
Double my list.
Okay, wait, one at a time. Take turns.
Go,
Bob, you go.
Double my list.
Okay, Bob doubled his list. So Bob has doubled his email list, the amount of people that are willing to hear from him that he can send offers to. Angus, what was yours?
Trainings that people like.
What I don't understand that. The result is what?
No, the result is that people are confident in you because of what you offer them.
Okay, so you have this whole platform that you can introduce people to, and because of that, people are more likely to listen to you because you're backed up by this whole community that you're part of. You're one of the leaders here, but you're backed up by a cavalcade of leaders. So when you introduce someone, they listen to you. More credibility, like Brian said. Angela, name one result that you've gotten.
I've learned how to do video marketing to generate leads.
There you go. So Angela's learned how to generate leads, and she's generating leads on a daily basis. Debbie, how about you? I forget you're over there with Angus.
Angela stole my answer. I was going to say lead generation, but also it's networking, just learning more how to network. The results, the community building and networking.
Yeah, so you've made a lot of great contacts that get you more business and lead you to more people. Okay, so guys, I want you to go back to whatever you're marketing, and I want you to find out about product results that people have gotten with your product, whether you have a skincare line, a weight loss line, a savings. There's a lot of different companies out there with like savings cards and opportunities, whether you're selling retirement savings plans. You all are selling all different things. So I want you to go back and I want you to focus in on what are the, because people are gonna ding you. And then what you want to think is, like, so-and-so said this weight loss product doesn't work, but I just met Sally that lost 90 pounds. I just met Johnny that lost 30 pounds. I just met Mary that lost 42 pounds. I just met Oliver that lost 60 pounds. If you're in England, some stones. How many stones would you lose? A stone is 14 pounds. Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay, so they lost 2 stones. I love that term. Okay, so here's one guy saying it doesn't work, but you have all this evidence, and you want to keep reminding yourself of what the evidence is so that you can build product relief. Not relief, but belief. Okay? Relief. I'm taking a sip of my seltzer now. I might burp. Watch out.
Hey, while you're sipping, I'll say one of the best things that I believe you showed me, I think it was, to counter that is, well, the phrase, I don't know about that, but, right?
It's classic. Yeah. Somebody says, oh, that doesn't work, or oh, that sucks, or whatever. I don't know about that. All I know is I just met Angela, and she generates leads with YouTube. I just met Debbie. She generates leads with Facebook. I just met Brian. He generates leads, with classified ads and pay-per-click ads. I just met Bob, and Bob generates leads with ads on Facebook. So I don't know. It may not work for you. It seems to work for these guys. Okay? But you have to know those stories and study those stories so that you become like a brick. You become like a rock. They go ding and you don't move. See, if you poke me, right? I'm poking the screen. I don't think that's working. But if Brian pokes me, I'll hit him. But if Brian pokes me, right, I'm not gonna fall down. So you have to know your product stories and study them. And always, one of the reasons why you get to events and get to meetings and get to webinars is because you hear new amazing stories. Okay? The next one is the your company. Okay, and you want to do a little research on your company. You know, a very large company recently was being attacked in the stock market, Herbalife. I grew up in Herbalife. And Herbalife was attacked years ago in 1985, and there were Senate hearings and everything. And it was amazing because all the distributors knew what they had and loved what they had so much, they literally marched on Washington. There's videotape of it. And Mark Hughes, the owner of that company, sat there and said to a senator, because they brought in all these experts saying that there was something wrong with Herbalife. And he said, and this is so classic, go look it up on YouTube, guys. He sat there and he said, well, if Herbalife is, if all of this is a lie and all your experts know so much, why are they all so fat? He did. I swear he said it to senators sitting up there on the council. Go look it up. This is the history and legacy of your industry. These people knew what they had and knew they had a good company. So recently when they got attacked again by this guy, and it's a whole long story, you can look this up as well, that not only did they rebound, but the stock went up. So it's about people knowing what they have. It's the posture of when being attacked. Ray Higdon had posture this week when his YouTube channel got attacked and he got shut down. He said, I'm picking up my toys and moving. That's posture.
Yeah.
And he has a big enough audience. And by the way, he built it all through My Lead System Pro.
Yeah.
He has a big enough audience. I'm not saying it was all but you know, obviously Ray did all the work, but he started here, he learned here, he was educated here. This is where rock stars are educated. But Ray said, all right, no problem, I'm going over here. And guess what? People followed him and are following him and cheering for him for taking a stand and saying no, because Ray has posture. So you need to have belief in your company. The next thing you need to have belief in, what did we say the next one was? Did anybody jot them down?
The industry.
Yeah.
The industry. Do you know your industry, guys? I know our industry. I attend the Association of Network Marketing Professionals events. I have studied the industry. I have read every book. I've read Eric Worre's GoPro. I have shelves of books about network marketing. I know about the history and legacy. I know about who all the players are and the famous people that paved the way for us. I know about Amway. I have Amway tapes. Okay, I was never in Amway. I know about this industry. I'm rock solid on this industry. So when people say stuff about it, I have an answer. Okay, and then the last one is you, and you have to work on that every single day by reading books, by attending our wake-up calls. Every morning at 11 a.m. we have a wake-up call. They're some of the best personal development out there. They're 15 minutes in and out. They're absolutely off the hook. So this is what I want to ask the panel now that I finished rambling. By the way, and to answer the question that I advertised today is how do you use it? Well, you just be it.
Yeah.
You just be it. Once you've worked on those 4 beliefs and you're interacting with someone, there's no more desperation. It's a matter of just showing someone, hey, this is what we're up to. Would you like to come down Tuesday afternoon? We're having a training. You want to come down Wednesday night? I know you're concerned about your YouTube channel. Come down and hear Mark. You know, it's sponsored by MLSP. Maybe something that interests you. Let me show it to you if you want. That's posture. Lack of posture is when I don't know if and I haven't generated a lead yet, but I think it's really good and I'll make $20 if you sign up and I would really like that. That's not posture. So I want to interview Bob for a minute. Brian's done it too, but I don't know Brian as long. Bob, when I met you, can I tell revealing stories about you?
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice stories and edifying, good stories. But when I met Bob, I wouldn't exactly say Bob had a lot of posture. Okay, Bob is a great guy. He's a PhD. He's a reproductive scientist. He helps people. He got in this industry. He went through a couple different venues trying to figure out what was right for him. And when I met Bob a couple years ago, he definitely didn't, he wasn't like, crying on anybody's shoulder or anything. He wasn't like, he wasn't scared of his own shadow. But he didn't have that strong leadership posture. And over the last year or so, Bob has gone from being your average person out in the marketplace to somebody who's really taken a leadership role. In fact, he's about to launch his first product that's specially put together for part-time people. So he's actually taking the leadership role to put together something to help all the part-time people. Bob, can you think of any moments or any different things in your history that helped you change? Because you have a great posture now. If anybody, you know, if you don't know Bob Clark, go look him up on Facebook. Go look at his wall. He's always handing out tips. He's confident. He's competent. He's sharing things with people, and he has quite a bit of posture now. Bob, what changed for you? Let me pop you up here and make you big.
You know, it's a process, I think, Diane. It's a journey because, and don't think that maybe because you don't have posture now you won't get it. It's just, for me, it's, you know, finding the right business, finding the right company, finding the right products, finding the right industry even. I mean, I was unsure about a lot of stuff when I was first going through this. I had question marks all over my face. You know, so to me, it's definitely just a journey that you're going to take, and you just don't stop. You just keep going through it, finding what's right for you here, there, and the biggest one is yourself. And for me, you know, I think what I can say is that just having success in one area of your life doesn't necessarily translate to what we're doing here. You know, I'm really successful in my profession. I know what I'm doing. I'm very confident. But I got into this pool, and it was like a new thing for me. I didn't know what I was doing. I was a beginner. And, yeah, I didn't have much posture for sure. And it's getting around the right people. It's getting around and working on that mindset, like you said. The MLSP wake-up calls, I listen to them every day. If I can't listen to them live, I listen to them recorded. It's that fourth one is a tough nut to crack sometimes if you don't have a lot of self-confidence. And once you do enough work on it, it breaks through. And I think it's just reminding yourself to keep going, and you'll find it.
So you don't remember any, and I'm not pushing you, I'm just asking, do you remember any day where you were like, you hit a wall and somehow something changed? Was there any epiphany moment, or was it just more like the consistency of focus and effort? And hi, Linda, I brought you over for a reason, so I'll get you there in a second.
It was consistency, but there was a time where, you know, the first time somebody called me a leader, the first time someone said, "I can't believe you called me,"
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. It was like, hey, it's working, you know, I'm finding it. But for me, I think it was more consistency.
Yep. Yep. Awesome. Congratulations. And guys, keep your eye on Bob. He's got a lot of good stuff going on, and I'm super excited to be a colleague of his. Do any of that? I don't know your stories, guys, as well as Linda. I'm coming to you in a minute, though. But you, the four of you guys, I don't know your moments or epiphanies because I didn't see you as closely. But do any of you guys have a story or anything to share about acquiring posture? Because you all have great posture. You all have great, you know, Debbie writes with great, you know, great conviction. She's a great writer. Angus is just a great promoter on Facebook, and he just puts it right out there. Angela gets up and does trainings in front. What did you train on last week, Angela? What'd you do?
Video marketing in general, like
Cool.
not on YouTube, so video marketing in general, the power of it.
Yeah, a couple
and I
weeks
had
ago.
people out and we talked about it. It was
Cool.
fun.
Of course. A couple weeks ago, I wasn't here last week, so Angela stepped in, but a couple weeks ago she did one on dark post marketing on Facebook, dark post ads, and everybody went gaga wild. They absolutely loved her training. So she steps up and she leads, and she has posture in that area. Brian's just got mojo. I can't even categorize what that is. He's just got it. So do any of you want to share anything with the crowd before I brought Linda out for a reason, but any of you guys, a tip, an idea, or just an epiphany moment? I'd most like to hear about if anybody felt like they hit a wall, and you know, I mean, there have been many times where I was crying. You know, I was just crying, and then I went back to these 4 beliefs, because the problem is always one of the 4. A lot of people know I teach marketing. It's 4 C's. If you have a problem with your marketing, it's in one of the 4 areas of the 4 C's. If you have a problem with your posture, it's in one of these 4 areas, because there is nothing else. You're wavering in one of them. So the question is, which one is it? So do you guys have anything you want to toss in, or comments, or?
Well, for me, it was finishing my first live webinar. That was a huge turning point, and it was only to like 4 people or something, but it was a big thing, you know, actually preparing it, doing it, finishing it, and then I'm like, wow, if I can do that to those people, then I can do that to many, many more people, and it was kind of that was a big moment. Definitely.
So the decision to get onto the other side into the front of the room, even if it was a small room, as opposed to sitting in the seat and watching, made the difference for you. I know that Brian does webinars, Debbie and Angus have done webinars, Bob's done webinars, so I think everybody here does them in different ways. Brian, what about you? You have any words of wisdom?
Well, you know, it's a lot like what Bob said. You know, I honestly think number 4 is the most important thing. You know, Rob Forrest says it all the time. You know, when you get people to know, like, and trust you, the deal really doesn't matter so much as when you have that confidence in yourself. But I can remember a time in my life, believe it or not, when I wasn't self-confident, when I didn't carry myself with posture. And I just got done reading a book called The Inner Voice by Russ Whitney. And in there, he states that life is in the struggles. And I can look back on my life and see where I've struggled with things and then had a little bit of success with something. Just kind of that little light saying, this does work. You know, I am somebody. I can do this. And the more and more you fight through those struggles and the more and more you let those struggles really shape the person that you are, the more and more you become bulletproof, the more and more you have that posture, the more and more when somebody says something stupid, you just say, yeah, okay, well, I don't know much about that, but, you know, and you go on. So, you know, that's really been that for me, is just not giving up, just keeping my nose to the grindstone and having that belief in myself that I was put here for a reason to do something, and I wasn't going to let anybody else tell me that I couldn't do it. And those struggles have really turned me into that person. Like you said, you know, you can poke me all you want to, but I'm not going anywhere.
I want to tell you guys really briefly, because you brought up Russ Whitney, and I have such a potent story. When Larry and I were younger, we owned a condo, and we had the kids, and we kind of outgrew it. But the market was really bad, and we couldn't sell the condo, so we decided to rent a house and rent our condo out. And you know, because I mean, Larry had a good job, but we didn't have a lot of money for a down payment. So we could afford the payments, but we didn't have any money to put up. So it was interesting because during that time period, I was a tag sale, garage sale queen, and I had bought a box of real estate courses for $10. Why I bought them, I don't know, but I thought, hey, I'll study these. Maybe I'll learn how to flip houses or something. You know, I was just on a quest to learn something. And I had gone through all of these courses, and one of them was Russ Whitney's. So months later, maybe a year, this might have been 2 years later, we came home one day, and I came home with the kids, and I walk up to the front door of the house we're renting, and there's foreclosure notices on the door of the house. The person that owned the house that we had been paying rent to hadn't been paying the mortgage. And I started freaking out because here I am, a woman with 2 little kids. I think the kids were 2 and 5 at the time. And I'm thinking they're going to throw me out on the street the next day. I'm going to have nowhere to live. I went back into that box of books and that box of tapes. And I figured out how I found a foreclosure that was a VA foreclosure. I had to teach my real estate agent how to sell it to me. And I bought this house because a VA foreclosure only requires 1% down, which is what I learned from these real estate courses. And I bought the house that we live in today, got a steal, and the rest is history. The irony is that Russ Whitney had a very bad patch after all his real estate stuff and everything else, and he had a rough time. And now today he's doing a lot of spiritual and self-development work with people. Russ went through hell, and Russ never knew me. He never knew what he did for me in my life. And I got to meet him recently. And what's interesting is you guys never know who's listening or reading what you're writing. And you never know the impact that you're making on someone. And when the poop hits the fan, and it will, I'm not being negative, it's just the reality, stuff happens, you have to hold tight to that somebody heard you. Angela said, I did a webinar for 4 people, and I knew I helped those 4 people. That changed me, okay? You have to hold tight. So interesting that you brought him up, Brian, because that man changed my life from afar, saved my family from afar. Now, I did the work, but he wrote the book, right? And they were all outdated books. That was the irony of them. They were like from the 80s, and this was now, I don't know, this was like 98 or something. So who knew that a box that I bought at a tag sale with that content, and he obviously never knew, just like all of you don't know the people that you're teaching or helping today. And that's a very big deal. Before I go to Linda, Angus, Debbie, anything you want to add or commentary for the crowd?
I'd just like to say what Brian said. You know, working on you is the most important. And again, what you've just said, you just really don't know who you impacted. I mean, for me, the posturing part, I suppose my greatest posture was that I put on an event that helped 20 people. Several of those people now say that event changed their life.
Yep.
All I did was bring people together. And
no, that's not true. You made lunch. You and Lynn made lunch too.
Okay, I made lunch.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah, I mean, all I did was bring people together, and including you were there, Diane. So you were part of that, and you know, people now say to me, it's nearly a year on, and how it's changed their lives. So, but it's because I worked on me initially, that I was able to share that and put that out to other people so that they could then go on to work on themselves. So, you know, that last one really, really is the most important, and that really does make your posture. I
remember how nervous you were, too. I remember putting it all together, and as the people were arriving, and I remember as you got up to teach, that was really your first major time being up teaching. I remember sitting in the back of the room beaming at you because you were doing it. You were doing it. And you know what? The people in the room that didn't know you for a long time, they didn't know that you hadn't always been doing it. They had no idea.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Definitely.
Angus was there. We made him drink bacon hot chocolate. It was good, right, Angus?
I'm still recovering. For me, you were talking about the company and the products. I'll never forget the first time I made my first sale in MLSP. And my first person joins me. It was like I knew the theory, I believed in it, but when the emails started coming through, that was just the most exciting time. Like I was texting Debbie at midnight or something, going, "Oh my God, somebody's joined me! Oh my God, I made a sale." So that was the most exciting. The other thing I was going to say was when you get someone who contacts you and says that they've been following you for a year, or they've been watching you in the background, that's really exciting as well.
Definitely. Yeah. They go, "Oh, you're a real person."
Yeah.
Oh, you're real.
Let me come over to Linda. I pulled her out of the crowd in the middle of this thing because, Linda, am I allowed to share about you?
Yeah, you can share.
I won't say anything bad. Don't worry. Sometimes I poke a little fun, but that's usually at Bob. And if Bob's not around, I'll do Brian. And then if Angus at all times, but you not so much. You're my gal pal. I've known Linda for a while, and I've watched a dramatic change in Linda. I've watched her go from somebody who was just posting links and groups and just working hard. You know, she was doing the activity. She was doing the action. She was working hard, but she didn't have posture. And over the last several months, and I know, Linda, you've had a hard week. I know you got hit really hard with this, sniper attack with the YouTube videos and stuff, and that's got to be stinky for you, I have no doubt. But your whole demeanor during this and your whole demeanor that I've been watching and the way you carry yourself now has changed. And you're... I just think that you're somebody that might have something, and no pressure. You know, I just wanted to bring you over because, one, I miss you. I wanted to say, hey, girl. But I just thought you might have some words of wisdom on. I think you knew when you switched. Do you remember when that happened?
It was a couple months ago, but it really was around June 1st because I got blocked. I got blocked from the groups on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And a couple people were making comments about people posting in the groups, and I started thinking, about they're amateurs. And you had said to me a long time ago, it was probably about a year ago, because I kept telling you, but I'm getting leads that way, and you said, yeah, but they're amateurs, they're not professional marketers. And when I get up in the morning and I get on Facebook, I'll see them coming, people posting, and it's the same people, it's the same, they post the same thing again and again and again, and it just kind of, I don't know, light went off, and I was blocked for a month, and I dropped the thing I was using to post it, the tool, and I just said I'm not doing it anymore. And I've been getting leads other way. I've got people leaving me leads on their email address on my timeline, just giving it to me. Yeah. I never had that before. I'll talk to people and I'll just say, I got a newsletter, and I can get 10 leads off of Facebook just talking to people for free.
Linda, let me say something, and then I'll come back. Guys, there's a line that my mentor taught me that I repeat over and over and over. In fact, some of you are probably sick and tired of hearing it, but I'm going to say it again. If you'll only do what you already know how to do, things will change. If you'll only do what you already know how to do, things will change. The reason that they'll change is you'll either become masterful at the thing you know how to do, or you will outgrow them, which is what happened to Linda. Linda was doing what she knew how to do. She took action every day. That's why I've always been faithful to Linda and always, tried to keep in touch with her and make sure it was going on, because I saw her. She was somebody who wouldn't let go of the bone and took action. She was doing what she knew how to do, and it wasn't the best activity out there. Guys, I littered my town with little flyers. Every bathroom in Bristol, Connecticut, in fact, the state of Connecticut, I littered. Okay, so I was a spammer. I just didn't do it online. I can't stick up my nose at it, right? But she was trying and doing what she knew how to do. And one day, something happened. Unfortunately, it was a crummy thing. She got blocked. And Linda realized she was more than that. And she knew more than that. And in that moment, she outgrew the security blanket of the thing that she knew how to do. And she changed. And she started leading. And now people are throwing email addresses and saying, please give me more information, please sign me up, and so on and so forth. She did exactly what my mentor taught me, what I did, and what I tell you guys all over. A lot of times we sit around, there's a lot of people that sit on Facebook and go, those people. Linda was one of those people. Well, guess what? Linda's figuring it out and getting it done, and Linda has posture now, and you're still sitting in the corner going, those people, and you're sitting there and chatting with the coffee clutch of those people. Watch this woman. Watch her. She won't let the bone go. So, any advice or tips, Linda? Anything? And you just got hit again because you learned a bunch of video marketing. You just got hit in a different way.
Right. And I just got an email. They got 7 more of my videos today.
Yeah, I got 1 more today. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can't. I mean, it goes back to your why. And I wanted and I haven't told a lot of people this. I wanted my bachelor's degree, and I had been out of school for a long time, and I flunked my way through high school. My dad always said to me, "You're lazy. You're not." And people told me you're not smart enough to go to college. And I started back, and still I flunked a couple courses. I had to repeat them, and I wanted my degree. It took me 13 years, but I finished. And it goes back to your why.
Awesome. Brilliant.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, Linda, just out of curiosity, your twin, were they academically good?
Yeah, Cindy made. It was very hard for me because everybody compared us. She got straight A's. She made honor roll, and she's very successful in her job. She's one of the only females in that level of position, not having a master's degree. Yeah, I competed with that, and I was terrible at school. I'm smart, but I'm not good academically.
You're clearly smart. One of my sisters went to Annapolis, and one of my sisters went to Cornell. And I dropped out of college, eventually went back, and I'm the loser in the home business scammer market. So I had a funny feeling that might be the case. That's why I asked. So that's what Jack says now. Jack in the chat says Linda has some crazy tenacity. Guys, that's it. That is it. And every time Linda would come back around, and we'd chat and talk about things, and she's been in different courses and so on and so forth, it's those 4 beliefs, and it's getting frustrated enough that you say, I'm going to do something else. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to make this happen. And that's what separates, the girls from the women and the boys from the men. It's not complicated. It's not truly. I mean, I know. In fact, in the company I started with, there was one guy who was making $600,000 a year. He was literally illiterate when he started in the industry. He worked. He ran a fruit market. He could do math pretty well to add up people's totals. He lived in Philly, in fact, Linda. He ran a fruit market, you know, like in the city, and he couldn't read when he started in the industry, and the industry inspired him and all the personal development. He went back to school and he learned how to read and everything else. And you know, last time I saw him, he was making over $600,000. Today, who knows? He could be making over $1 million. So this industry does not discriminate. Go ahead, Lynn.
Yeah. And it's I mean, it's about not quitting. I mean, I feel like quitting all the time. I get disgusted, but I go and do it anyway.
And that's it. That is it. So I just wanted to pull you out today, Linda. I hope you don't mind my surprising you. You wouldn't have come over if you didn't want to. I knew you wouldn't, but you are. I mean, you know, I call him like I see him, which doesn't always. Sometimes people get a little annoyed at me for calling him like I see him, but I call him like I see him, and I see you, Linda. And I've pointed it out more than once, but there's just not a lot of people that are willing to do what you've done. You know,
well, I mean, you taught me. I just wish I met you sooner. You taught me a lot of things that when I fell onto Facebook. That when people tell me you don't need an autoresponder, and most of the stuff that you've taught me, it's really pretty simple. It's just whether you're going to do it or not.
No. Yeah. And you know what, Linda? Let me tweak that for you if you'll allow me, guys. A lot of times we think, I wish I had found this, or I wish I had known this and that. It didn't appear at that time because it wasn't time. You know, guys. So, you know, I try to just be in the moment of where I am and look at the resources that I have around me and who's on my side and who's cheering for me. Nobody's going to do the work for me. Nobody did the work for me. But I always looked for who could see me. You know, and I always looked for the simplest path. So I'm going to wrap up, guys. Linda, congratulations and thank you for coming on. And I always love having you here.
Well, thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad you were on. I mean, I saw your name go by, and I'm like, oh gosh, talk about somebody who's recently hit some good posture. It's you, guys. Couple little heads up, little cheat sheet. I shouldn't be releasing this information, but I'm going to release it anyway to you guys. This Wednesday, like I said, Mark Harbert's coming out. Next Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a very, very special training and sharing some stuff that I've never taught before. I've never shared in public before. I've shared with a few clients. And it's major, major, major stuff. So mark August 20th on your calendar, 9 p.m. Eastern. Plan on being there. Those of you that are members, plan on inviting people down. I really and truly believe it's going to be a life-changing night. I hate that term. It's so hype. It's life-changing, but I do. I mean, I really believe it. That's legit. But it comes out of my mouth, and I'm like, ooh, it's like like-minded individual. Ew, stop saying that, Hoffman. Ew.
Great posture, though.
But it's, great posture. So it's going to be, you know, something special that I'm looking forward to. Of course, we'll be on tonight at 9 p.m. is our top, I don't know what's it called, Top Earners Hangout, super duper smart people hangout with some of our smartest people, training and teaching. It's a kind of a casual atmosphere, kind of like this. Tomorrow night, Mark. And then next week we start our regular schedule. We kick off with Mary and Dean teaching the fast track or quick start for new people. I'm back here on Tuesday with the Cavalcade of Stars. We're always different gang out here. I'm glad you guys were here today. And I feel better now because right now the Americans outnumber the Brits. See, you think I brought Linda over for the story. I needed another American over here, just in case Angus got out of control, because he's trouble.
And, hey, Debbie, what does it mean where I saw Angus by himself and I knew exactly where he was?
The torture chamber.
Yes.
Guys, Debbie owns a very exclusive, she does very exclusive embroidery and crystal work and all kinds of things. She does it for some of the different shows in London and celebrities. She's done some work for the royals. So she has all those things in the background. And there she is.
We're outnumbered today.
Those things are for torturing Angus when he misbehaves, or cats, or the puppy, or any of her 4 daughters that get out of control. So, so that's Debbie's famous torture chamber. So nobody else has any weird places that they sit. I sit in front of the purple wall. They sit in the torture chamber. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I think this is really great. Guys, go out and work on your posture, and remember, it's nothing more than knowing what you have and not needing the approval of others. There's nothing more. Thank you to Ray for that quote. I think it's profound. It's nothing more than that. And it's in the moment that you know what you've got. And you're not afraid to share it with somebody, knowing that it's not going to be a fit for most of the people. It's not going to be a fit for. If you come in to buy shoes and you say I want black pumps and I bring out 6 pairs of black pumps, you're going to reject 5, maybe 6, because they may not fit. Angus likes black pumps a lot. So you don't. I don't feel bad if I bring out shoes and they're not the right fit. I don't feel bad if I bring out a program or a product and it's not the right fit, because I know that for some people it is.
Yeah.
And wouldn't it be a shame if I didn't share through any medium, through video, through Facebook, through all the different mediums that we teach you about, because we teach you everything soup to nuts here. Wouldn't it be a shame if we didn't share what we have for fear of the people that aren't the fit, and we didn't get around to showing it to the person that it was a fit for?
Yeah.
That's it. Mm-hmm. So go climb the highest mountain, sing your song, get your ads out, get your videos out, get into the back office, pick a marketing method, master it, work on your posture, your 4 beliefs, and go to town. And I look forward to seeing all of you, as always, on Facebook, in our MLSP Facebook group, etc. And guys, believe me, I watch all of you. If I've gotten to know you, and if I don't know you, reach out and say hi. I'd like to get to know you. Looking for, last thing, I completely forgot. Who else going? I don't count you guys in England. I won't feel bad if you say no. Who else going to live the dream? It's going to be a great time. Austin, Texas, last week of September, livethedreamevent.com. And not only when you grab a ticket do you get to come to this incredible event, but you also get access. Is this still true, or am I lying? Do they still get access to the CRM if they get a ticket now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. We have a new customer relationship manager, or whatever it's called. It's called a CRM. I don't know what it stands for. And guys, it's off the hook. I have access to it. In fact, I just started a new series where I have people writing me back from my letters, and I'm putting all of them into my CRM with all the things they tell me. So it is something that you guys want. So livethedreamevent.com, grab a ticket. You can figure out the rest. But at the very least, you get access to the CRM right away. And, of course, you'll get to see a bunch of us there. And that's all that really matters.
That's the reason I'm going, is because you're going to be there.
Gary, and Brian, I was just about to say, and the reason why I'm going is because Brian's going to be there. So there you go. We can all posture together in Austin, Texas, over a beer and some tunes, man. That's a cool town. So, and they also got some good taco trucks down the street from where we're going to be. I know where they are, so I'm just saying. All right, guys. Love y'all. Everybody have a great week. I'll see you tonight with Mark, tomorrow night with Mark. And make sure you make a note and come down next Wednesday night. Spread the word. It's going to be something really special. I'm excited about it. I will see you all later. Everybody take care. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.